This is a review of my Zeny plasma cutter. I've had it for about 6 months now. Used it to cut up all sorts of stuff, and so far it's worked real well. I bought it because it was the cheapest one on Amazon at the time. I think it was about $200, $220 maybe, something like that. And it is very cheaply made. So don't think you're finding some sort of a special deal when you get it. You're getting what you paid for, but it works real well so far. Here's the front. When you buy this, it comes with everything you'll need, except you'll need to have an air compressor to run air through it. And one other thing they didn't tell you needed, I don't think, in the directions, was some of this hose. You need some high pressure hose to go from here. The air compressor hooks to this right here. It comes with all this, so it comes through here. This is your moisture trap, so it dries out your air, because you don't want air with moisture going into your machine. It makes it not work as well. So then it goes through this hose that you had to buy at Lowe's or somewhere. So I think it was $5 for a 20-foot roll. Then it goes in your machine. So this and an air compressor is all you need to get started using this plasma cutter. Put all this together. Here's your gauge. Here's your adjustment for your gauge. It adjusts your air pressure. So if you want really high pressure, then you adjust it higher. Really low pressure, lower, then press this down to lock it in place. Here's the front. So, of course, if you're cutting something that's really thin, you can go kind of low. The thicker it is, the higher you go. This here, it took me a minute to figure out what it was. It's the seconds delay on your air coming through. So if you want, when you press this button here and let go, press it, oh, where's it at? That activates the plasma cutter, so you can cut. So if I was cutting, hit it, and you can cut. And it shoots air through the nozzle. So you hit this real quick and let go, and if it's on the 2.5 seconds, it will continue shooting air through for 2.5 seconds after you let off of the button. If it's on 5 seconds, it'll continue for 5 seconds once you press the button. So that's all that does. This is just to show you where you're at here. So it's a redundancy. You don't even need this. So it'll show you that you're on 50. So I don't have a problem at all with this thing. These lines are just so cheap. So cheap. And this handle is so cheap. Look at the circumference of this. It's so small for ground. But it works. Really cheaply made. Oh yeah, see, I've already burnt through the wire that goes between the two jaws. This is just a protective sheath to protect the two lines, the air line and the power line that goes through here. And if you drop anything at all on there that's hot, which you're going to be doing because you're plasma cutting, it's going to burn holes all in this. You have to be very, very careful with this. This is my first foray into plasma cutters. I don't know if all the lines are like this or not, but it just seems cheap to me. You can let me know if the more expensive stuff has better lines, but these are disappointing. And since it's such a cheap model, I don't know if I could get an upgrade. I don't know if they make that or not, but I don't care because it's working. You know, I knew what I was getting into. Here are the consumables. So it comes with, I think, 2 sets. This is the extra set it came with here. So the more you use it, the harder it is on your consumables. So once it starts not working so well, just change it out with these. These are really cheap, so I bought extras too. So I've got extras. I've only used maybe 2 or 3 sets of consumables so far, even though I've cut lots of stuff with it. So it's really simple to take apart. It's got 4 pieces. You just unscrew this and just replace them. It says, I think in the manual, that it'll cut through a 1/2 inch of steel, which is a lot. But this is one of the first things I tried to cut with it, trying to figure out how to use it. And this is 3/4 inch thick railroad plate. And it cut right through there, and it was hard to do. I won't lie about that. I'm not trying to deceive you. It was hard to do, but I did it. I started here, and you can see it's not a very good cut because my consumables were already just trashed because I was, you know, pushing it farther than it's supposed to be pushed with this. So I stopped and changed up my consumables and moved on to something else. But it would have done it. I just burned through a lot more of my material and my consumables. So, I mean, it's not what it's made to do. It's not made to cut through stuff this thick, but you could do it if you wanted to. It's just going to cost you more in consumables. So that is my review. I guess this is the Cut 50 from Zeny. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to get back to you. Please like and subscribe, and have a good day.